Good evening. Tonight I have some stuff to show you and some stuff to talk about. One thing I'm talking about, well, one thing I'll show you is that I bought a propane torch just the other day, or a couple of days ago. Just bought it at Lowe's. It's basically just a head that screws onto a propane tank, and it gets pretty darn hot. I might be using this to start up my forge in the future. Hear it there. That's strange. Never had that problem before. Let's see about this. Ooh. There we go. That's more like it. Not sure why I was doing that. But that's how it works. And I'll probably be able to use this to some effect in the future. I mean, propane is cheap as hell. I mean, this 14.1 ounce tank was like $2.50. So it's not expensive at all. And this head was like 11 or something. So that's pretty nifty to have around. And I'm in the process of designing a belt grinder that will use my angle grinder as a motor. So I've got a lot of designing to do for that, and I'll probably be using some of the tools at school to help me build it once I actually have it all figured out. And my teacher there is helping me a great deal figure out exactly how to do everything, mostly with the bearings for the contact wheels and all that jazz. But because belt grinders, I've been looking them up, and a decent belt grinder, like one that would suit my needs, is anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000, and I'm not gonna pay that. So yeah, so I'm gonna build one because why not? And the last thing I want to talk about is I've gotten a significant way on a sword for myself that I've been making. I don't know if I ever mentioned this before, but I designed an elven-style sword, sort of elven-like, a couple months back, and I've been working on it bit by bit for a while. And I guess I'll show it to you now. Well, I'll show you one of the design drawings I did first. This was for just the hilt, and this is the design I'm going to be putting on the hilt once I figure out exactly how. But for now, that design isn't on it. But here is the sword itself. It is 3 feet long, plus maybe like a 1/4 inch or something like that. And I'll show you a bit closer. There's the hilt. It's kept in place by some goop and 3 set screws, which have nylon patches on them to prevent them from backing out. And I'll show you the rest of the sword. And there it is. It's very comfortable. It's made of 1/4 inch thick O1 tool steel. It is O1. Yeah, 1/4 inch thick O1 tool steel. The hilt is made of 1/4 inch aluminum slabs, which I basically cut roughly to shape and then screwed them on and just sanded and ground them down until they fit the contour of the steel exactly. And it's very comfortable. It's fairly sharp. I mean, it's not heat treated yet, but once I actually get enough knowledge and enough practice to actually be able to do something like this, I will definitely heat treat it, because even though it's gooped on, that won't be too tough to remove. I'll just be able to like heat it up a little bit and peel the goop off once I take the screws out. But it's very comfortable. It's fairly sharp enough to cut you if you're not paying attention. Certainly sharp enough to do some damage. I don't think I'm going to do a cutting test on anything. Well, I've got a piece of paper Let me see if there are any extra pieces of paper. I should have brought an extra piece of paper, but I'll just test on this on like a corner or something. I mean, it's not the sharpest sword out there by any means, but it's fairly sharp. Yeah, it doesn't like paper. There we go, that's a bit better. Slice down. I don't know. See, most people do paper cutting tests with their edges that they've sharpened, so figured I might as well do one. But I like it a great deal, and I've just got to figure out how to put that design in there, and then I'll be pretty much golden on this until I know how to heat treat it. But it's nice to actually have a decent sword, because I haven't had one for a while since I'll show you this, because I might as well. I failed heat treating some stuff miserably, and one of which was the sword that I cut up some wood with in the backyard. And it kind of looks like it came out of an archaeological dig. I mean, the heat just ate away at the edge right there. I mean, the rest of it is kind of okay. I could probably salvage some of this stuff here and some of this stuff here if I really wanted to, but since this in the middle here is pretty much screwed, there's not much point. And yeah, I ordered some refractory wool and refractory slurry, which is kind of like cement, which I'm going to install in my forge. I took out the ash lining that I had in there, so I'm going to use some actual stuff that's meant for this sort of thing. And at some point in the future I hope to be building another forge, but probably one that's like a tube with insulation around the inside and a propane torch or two blasting heat inside, because that I won't have to worry about carbon. I won't have to worry about the steel absorbing carbon from the surrounding fuel, because that happens with charcoal sometimes, well, pretty much all the time. And when it absorbs too much carbon, it becomes really brittle and it's just not good. But anyway, that's what I've been doing so far for a while, and I guess have a great day.